Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create AI agents for personalized travel itineraries using Pabbly. So let's suppose I'm a travel agent and I'm collecting all my travelers' preference response with the help of Google Forms. Now I want that whenever there is a new form submission, and a personalized itinerary should be automatically generated with the AI agent. Here I'm going to use my AI agent as OpenAI, and then as soon as I generate this itinerary, it should be automatically sent via Gmail. Now doing this manually is a very time consuming task, so I'm completely going to automate this process, and to do this automation I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Google Forms, OpenAI and Gmail. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a way that whenever I am going to receive a new form submission, then an itinerary should be automatically generated with the help of OpenAI, and then I am going to send this via help of Gmail to all the users. Now if you want to learn this amazing automation step by step, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create AI agent for personalized travel itineraries using Pabbly. For this, I have created an automation workflow where I have built connection between Google Forms, OpenAI and Gmail. And now what I'm going to do, I am going to submit a form in my Google Forms. And if a personalized travel itinerary is sent to me via mail, then this means this automation workflow is working fine. So here what I'm going to do, I am going to open this Google Forms and then I am going to do the form submission. As soon as the form submission is done, I should receive a mail on my Gmail. So let's quickly fill some dummy details. Here let's say my name is new user. My email is new@pabblytudes.com. Then my destination is, let's say, Pachmari. The duration is of 5 days. The budget is 15,000. The interest is adventure. Travel style is family, preferred activities is sightseeing, and the additional request is send itinerary for 3 people. Now I'm going to click on the submit, and as soon as the form is submitted, I should receive a mail on my Gmail. So let's quickly open my email. And here you can see that just 0 minutes ago, a mail has been received by me. Dear new user, we are thrilled to present you with customized 5-day travel itinerary for your upcoming family adventure in Pachmari. You can see this is a customized and personalized email which I have received, and I have created this with the help of my AI agent OpenAI. Now to learn how to create this, let's start creating this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to create AI agent for personalized travel itinerary using Pabbly. For this, we are going to create automation between Google Forms, OpenAI and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect/INR/ in your browser. Now after browsing the website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see 2 options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on the sign in, and if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on the sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. Here I have to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me to this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I have created over here. Now if you want to create a new folder, you simply have to click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button. And first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first let's name this workflow as how to create AI agents for personalized travel itineraries using Pabbly, and now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders which have been created, and here I'm going to select this as AI agent and then click on create. So here workflow created successfully, and as soon as I click on create, 2 boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to create AI agents for personalized travel itineraries, which means whenever I am going to receive a Google form giving me the details of the travelers, I am going to create a personalized travel itinerary with the help of AI agent. Here I am going to use this as OpenAI, and then I am going to send them the mail. Now here in my trigger application, what I am going to take? I am going to take Google Forms with the help of which I'll be collecting all the lead details, and then in my action application, I'll be taking OpenAI, which is going to help me generate personalized travel itinerary, and then I'm going to take Gmail with the help of which I'm going to send that mail which has been generated with the help of OpenAI. So here in my trigger application, let's first take Google Forms, and then in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new response received. Now I have to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms, for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Forms with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk, I'm going to make this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Google Forms. So this is my Google Forms which I have created by the name Personalized Travel Itinerary Request. Here is the full name, email, destination, duration, budget range, interest, travel style, preferred activity, and the additional request, and I am going to collect all these information and I am going to generate a personalized travel itinerary based on these interests. So here what we are going to do, we are going to first turn on this required button on of this last box. This last box is additional request, so I have turned on this required button, and then we have to go to this responses, from where we are going to click on this view in sheets. Now as soon as you click on this view in sheets, this sheet will appear in front of you, which is linked to my this Google Forms. So this Google Forms and this Google Sheets are linked. Now what we are first going to do, as I have already submitted a form, I have received that response. As in the starting of the video, we have submitted a form and we have received that response. So first I am going to remove all the response, my previous response which I have submitted. And now we are going to create the connection from the beginning. So here first, I am going to submit a form, and as soon as I submit this form, all the details will be captured in this Google Sheet spreadsheet. And as all these details are captured, I am going to receive that response here in this Google Sheets, and this will show us the connection setup that we have created between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect that is successful with the help of this webhook URL. So what we are going to do, first we are going to submit this Google Forms. And for that, I am going to click on this copy respondent link, and then I am going to copy this link and paste that in a new tab, or open that in a new tab, and I am going to fill some dummy details in all these fields. So here let's say my first name is test, my last name is user, email address is test@pablitudes.com. Now the destination is, let's say, Goa. The duration is 3 days. The budget is 25,000. The interest is nature. Travel style is couple. Preferred activities, let's say beach. And the additional request, please give suggestion on cultural activities of Goa. So here I have filled this form and I am going to submit this. I am going to click on this submit button, and as soon as I have submitted this, all these details will be captured in my Google Sheet spreadsheet, which is linked to this particular Google form. So here I am going to open this spreadsheet, and here we can see that we have received all the detail. The name was test user, email was test@pablitudes.com, destination was Goa, duration was 3 days, budget range is 25,000, interest is nature, travel style is couple, preferred activities beach, and the additional request, please give suggestion on cultural activities of Goa. So here now what I'm going to do, as I have received that response in my Google Sheet spreadsheet, I want to capture that response here in this workflow, and to do that I am going to create connection between this Pabbly Connect and my Google Sheet spreadsheet. And to create this connection, I am going to go to this extensions, go to this add-ons, and click on this get add-ons. So here Google Workspace Marketplace has appeared in front of me, where I'm going to search for this Pabbly Connect webhooks. And it is showing installed because I have already installed this in my Google Sheets. But if you are doing this for the first time, make sure you follow the same process and install this in your Google Sheets. Now after that you install this, you have to go to this extensions, and over here you can see this option of Pabbly Connect webhooks, from where you have to go to this initial setup. So this initial setup box has appeared in front of me where I need to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So you can get the webhook URL from Pabbly Connect workflow. So this is the same webhook URL which I am provided in my Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to copy this webhook URL and paste that webhook URL over here. Next I need to enter the trigger column. So over here it's written the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. Now here the final data entry column is my trigger column. In this particular spreadsheet, my final data entry column is column J. So I am going to enter this as my trigger column. Now as soon as the data is added in this particular column, the complete row data will be sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow or the webhook URL. So here as soon as I've added this, I am going to click on the send test, and also after clicking on the send test, I am going to click on the submit so as to make the setup configuration. So here let's first click on the send test, and the test data sent successfully, which means all this data is sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow, and now I'm going to click on the submit. So here we can see setup configured successfully. Now this means Google Sheets is connected with my Pabbly Connect, and now over here let's first check the trigger column. Here I was telling you that the trigger column is the final data entry column. Now over here you can see that the final data entry column is column J. This is the final data entry column, and this means this is the trigger column. So we have entered this. Now let's open my Pabbly Connect workflow and check whether we have received that response or not. And here we can see that we have received the response. The trigger column was column J. Travel style is couple that we have entered. Spreadsheet name is here. Then the other responses like the preferred activities, beach, interest, nature, name, test user, email, test@pablitudes.com, duration 3 days, destination Goa, budget range 25,000, and then the additional request is please give suggestion on cultural activities of Goa. Now here as soon as I've submitted this form, I have received that detail in my Google Sheet spreadsheet, and as soon as I've done this connection, I have captured that response here in this workflow. Now whenever there will be Google form submission, all the details will be captured here in this workflow. But how the other details or the details that I'll be capturing in future are going to be captured here in this workflow, for that we have to follow a very important step. We have to go to this extensions, then go to this Pabbly Connect webhooks, and then make sure that we click on the send on event button. So this step will make sure whatever data is received, it is sent to Pabbly Connect in future. Now let's open my Pabbly Connect workflow, and here we are done with this first step. Now as soon as I receive these details, I want to create personalized travel itinerary with the help of AI agent. So then I'm going to move to my action step, where I'm going to take my next action application as OpenAI, which is going to play as my AI agent in this workflow. And then in my action event, I'm going to take this chat GPT. Now I'm going to click on this connect. So if you have an existing connection, click on save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to follow the help desk given below this field, which means we have to enter the token. So I am going to first open this hyperlink given over here, and then I have landed to this page of API keys. So we have to create a new API key. For that, I'm going to click on this create new secret key. We have to name this. Let's say the name is testing. The project will be default, project permissions will be all, and then we simply have to click on this create secret key. After this, a new API token will be generated for you, and then you can use that API token over here in this field. Now as I have already an existing connection, I'm going to go with the select existing connection, and then I'm going to click on this save. So here OpenAI is now connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter the AI model and the prompt. So in this drop down, we can find all the AI models which we have. I'm going to select this as GPT-4o mini. You can select according to your choice preference. But if you do not have your AI model in this drop down, you can simply turn on this mapping button, remove this AI model name, and enter your own AI model. Now here I have already my AI model. I'm going to select this as GPT-4o mini. And next I'm going to enter the prompt. So I am going to enter the prompt in a way that I have received these details from the travelers, and I am going to create a personalized travel itinerary. So I am going to create a prompt in that way such that a personalized travel itinerary is automatically generated with the help of this OpenAI. So let's create the prompt like. So here I have created this prompt: create a detailed and personalized travel itinerary email based on the following traveler details: traveler information, full name, then email, destination, duration, budget range, interest, travel style, preferred activity, additional request, then itinerary requirements: provide a day-wise itinerary with morning, afternoon, and evening activity, recommend top attractions, sightseeing spots, and hidden gems based on interests, suggest local food experiences, including famous restaurants or street food, provide transport options. Here is the detailed prompt which I have provided for each day: morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Then in the closing summary, I have written the prompt like this: itinerary is tailored to your preferences and budget. Let me know if you would like any modifications or additional recommendations. And with warm regards, ABC Travels. Please remove extra signs and symbols, stars, hashtags from the response. Give me the body and subject in JSON response. Do not add anything extra like JSON, or refer to example JSON provided to create JSON response. Example JSON, subject and body, because I want separate response for the subject and the body. So I have added and created these two lines. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to add the details in this field. I am going to map the data. Now I'm not going to enter these details manually. Instead, I'm going to enter these details with the help of mapping. Now here I have received the response from Google Forms, and when I click on this, I can see this Google Forms, and when I click on this, I can see all the response which I have received from there. Here I need to enter the full name. So here I have received the full name as test user. I have entered that. Next is email. So here I have received the response for the email as test@pabblytudes.com. Then in the duration was of 3 days. So here I am going to enter that. The destination is Goa. Here I have entered that. I am going to erase this duration. Then I am going to enter the duration again. And then the budget range is 25,000. The interests is nature. Travel style was couple. Then preferred activities were beach. And then finally additional request was please give suggestion on cultural activities of Goa. Now over here mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in these fields. Manually entering the data will make these fields static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now that I've entered all these details, I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request, and let's wait for the response. So here I have received the response. Here I have received the content subject and the content body. The name was test user. The subject is your 3-day Goa travel itinerary. The content body is dear test user. We are excited to present your personalized 3-day itinerary for an unforgettable trip to Goa. We have received the details for day 1, morning, afternoon, evening. Then day 2, morning, afternoon and evening. Day 3, morning, afternoon and evening. Then we have received the travel tips also. Then warm regards, ABC Travels. Now here I have received the response, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to send this mail to my lead. And for that, I'm going to click on this add action step button, and then finally I'm going to search for my action application Gmail. And then in my action event, I'm going to take this add send email V1 and then click on this connect. So if you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection and then click on this connect with Gmail. Here we need to choose the account with the help of which we are going to send the mails. And then we simply have to grant away some permissions, for which we are going to click on this allow. And you can do that because your data is completely safe with Pabbly Connect. Now here Gmail is connected with Pabbly Connect. Now I'm quickly going to enter all these details. So the first one is I have to enter recipient email address. So here I'm going to follow the same process of mapping instead of manually entering the data. Here I have received the response in my Google Forms, and I'm going to enter my email address as test@pabblytudes.com. Then I'm going to enter the sender name is, let's say, ABC Company. In the email subject, I am going to map the response which I have received in my OpenAI response. This is the subject, your 3-day Goa travel itinerary. Then the email content type is plain. Then I have also received the email content which is this one. Dear test user, we are excited to present your personalized. This is my email content. The file name and the attachment are not required fields, so we are going to skip this, and after adding all these details, we are simply going to click on the save and send test request, and let's wait for the response. So here we have received the response. The mail is sent. Now let's open my Gmail and check whether I have received the mail there or not. And here we can see that just 0 minutes ago we have received this mail from ABC Company. Dear test user, we are excited to present your personalized 3-day itinerary for an unforgettable trip to Goa, tailored to your interest in nature and beach activities while keeping within your budget of rupees 25,000. So this is the itinerary, personalized itinerary, which I have received. So now to summarize, with a Google Forms as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect, we submitted a form and received that response here in this workflow. Then we moved to the next step where we wanted to create a personalized itinerary based on the form submission. So we took OpenAI as my action application, made connection with Pabbly Connect, entered the AI model and the prompt, then simply clicked on the save and send test request and received that response. Then we wanted to send this mail, which we have received in the response in OpenAI. We wanted to send this as mail. So we took Gmail as the action application, made connection with Pabbly Connect, entered all these details with the help of a method called mapping, clicked on the save and send test request button and received the response as these mails being automatically sent to this recipient email address. So here we have successfully created automation between Google Forms, OpenAI and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.